Good afternoon. It's your guy J Day. Hope all is well. Love and light, guys. Today, guys, I'm not gonna be on here too long because I'm at work. I just wanted to do a brief live and talk about my construction. I posted a pre-recorded video, an updated video of my construction. So y'all see. For those who didn't see it, you're gonna have to check it out. But my builder has finished the pañete, which is the walls. He done smoothing out the walls. All of that's done. So now what they're about to do is the flooring. They're gonna cement all the floors in the home. So I should have an updated video for you guys, hopefully by like the beginning of next week. So y'all stay tuned for that. And then also, guys, I'm gonna be doing a live video, a live recording with another YouTuber. He does real estate in Dominican Republic as well. And we're just going to be talking about, Dominican Republic, construction, real estate, because I noticed that a lot of my viewers, the comments that they've been making in terms of the real estate that I've been listing on my channel, Unfortunately, guys, since the pandemic, the real estate has skyrocketed in Dominican Republic, and it's only going to continue to skyrocket. Okay, that's just what it is. Unfortunately, the prices in DR have gone up. Even with the materials. This time around, I ended up spending a little extra for materials, only because the materials went up a little bit more. Okay, so I just want to make y'all aware of that. Like, you people are saying, oh, the land is this is too expensive, that's too expensive. And it goes back to what I said before. What you may think is expensive, somebody else may not think is expensive. And that's why I try to advertise. Properties for a reasonable price. But now it seems like it's becoming hard to find. This time around, I'm looking for, land, $30 per square meter. That's becoming obsolete, guys. I'm just being honest with you. It's becoming obsolete. Land that was reasonable is just not reasonable anymore. And most people, they're building up in the compost now because the center city is so packed. It's so populated in the center city. There's no space left to build in the center city. So now what's happening is they're building in the compost. Okay. And now the compos are getting expensive too. That's just what it is. You have Vin Diesel building that big studio by Playa Dorada. That's going to drive the real estate market up, which it already has. Royal Caribbean has opened up a port in Puerto Plata. So you have two ports now. You have Amber Cove, and then Royal Caribbean has their port. So with all of that, happening in Puerto Plata, the real estate market is just going up. And that's just what it is. So for those of you who are finding it to be expensive, guys, it's going to continue to get expensive. There's so many people moving down into Dominican Republic, and you got a lot of people that's investing in Dominican Republic. So now that this is happening, inflation. When a lot of people move into one area, what happens? Inflation. Everything goes up. So I'm going to be talking about that next week. Like I said, I'm going to be going live with another YouTuber. This guy he's experienced in DR. He's been traveling to DR a long time, just like I have. And we had a discussion about this, just recently about, real estate and the prices, how things are just going up. So I said, yo, it's time for us to do a live video. That way we can, shed some light on this, to our viewers or whatever. And he said, you know what, Jay, it's a great idea. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to be talking about real estate and any questions you guys may have. Clint, which is the YouTuber, he shed some light to me, and this is something that I had talked about before about, building in a compo. Right now, if you're investing in property and you're looking to build in a compo, right now, it's the time to do it, only because you don't have to worry about permits. You don't have to worry about permits and regulations. But Clint was telling me the other day, he said, Jade, I think that's going to change. I think it's going to change. And I said, you know what? It's funny you say that because I've been saying that to my viewers in my lives. Like, once the government catches on and they seeing that these people are building in the compost, they're going to start regulating that, and then people are going to end up having to pay for permits and all of that. So I tell people, if you're looking to invest in DR, now is the time. It's the time. Only people, you guys see it. If you go back from a year from when I started listing properties, you'll see that a year ago properties were relatively inexpensive. I'm talking about I was listing properties for $30, $40, $45 per square meter. I can't find it no more. I can't find it. And there are properties out there that are like untitled and stuff like that. And there's this another viewer of mine I was supposed to link up with when I was down there recent, just past trip. He found a lot of untitled land because people tend to when it comes to untitled land, they don't want to deal with it. But there's a way to get around the purchasing untitled land. So I'm going to shed some light on that as well. Because there's a lot of land out there, but it's the land that's untitled is just a process to get it titled into your name. But I'm going to talk about that as well. So guys, like I said, I just wanted to make a brief video just to give you guys a G Styles, what's going on, my dude? What's going on? I'm here at work. I'm only on here for a little while, not long, because I gotta start my next shift in a little while. Just giving you guys a brief update now that I'm back home. I'll be back down in November to finish up like the windows and the bars on my crib. Hopefully I have a little extra money to do the flooring, which is it's a little pricey, guys. It's a little pricey. And I'm trying to figure out if it's feasible for me to ship my paint, because I got to paint the house too, inside and out. And my house is 200 square meters. So it's going to take about maybe about 14 gallons, to paint the whole house. I gotta do the base and then the actual paint, so guys, it's a process. Just when I thought that, I'm like, okay, you know what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Is always something to do, And for those of you guys who start in construction, you may have a budget, but let me tell you, in construction, you always go over your budget. That's just what it is. I bought some land in El Coupe last year. The area is selling fast. Exactly, G Styles. And this is what I'm trying to, tell my viewers. Like, listen, guys, I'm not the one that sets the prices. The owners set the prices. I just list the prices. A lot of land that I've advertised, houses and stuff, is just going up. Everything is getting expensive. It's getting very expensive. James, what's good, bro? I'm here, bro. Just giving you guys some updated information on my build, and I'm also going to be going live next week with another YouTuber who does real estate in DR. And we're going to be talking about construction and real estate and how, prices of real estate have just skyrocketed in Dominican Republic. Okay. And I tell all of my viewers right now, the time is now. If you got the money to purchase, I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't hesitate. It's for you guys to act fast, only because I'm seeing it, and a lot of my viewers are seeing it. I see the comments. Oh, that's expensive. That's expensive. I wouldn't pay no more than 5,000. Well, unfortunately, what you wouldn't pay, somebody else will pay, and that's the problem. What you won't pay, somebody else will pay, and that's what's driving up the real estate in DR. Don Jose, home sweet home. I'ma holler at you soon. You got my number, Don. I think I left it. You got it. Just holler at me anytime, bro. Anytime. But that's why, even if you guys are like in a situation where you bought your land and you want to get started, if you got your architectural plans, have a builder look at it, give you a quote in terms of how much your materials are going to cost, and buy your materials right away and lock it in. At least you have, your materials paid for, so that when it comes time for you to start your build, the only thing that you're paying for is the labor. You want to save the cost on the materials, because I'm telling you, the materials are getting expensive, getting very, very expensive, So that's just my advice. I'm definitely going to be, I like I said, I have another update video this week. Once the flooring is done in the house, I do a video of that, and then they're gonna do some. They're gonna cement the top only because right now I'm just focusing on doing the lower level. I think there's somebody coming in here. I'm just focusing on. Hey, ladies. I'm just focusing on doing the lower level, and then once the first level's done, it takes time, guys. It takes time, but Rome wasn't created over, wasn't built overnight, and it's the same thing with my crib. I'm taking my time, all right. But that's what it is, guys. If y'all have any questions, y'all can always holler at me 347-740-6350. James said prices are going up everywhere. Land, materials, the same thing is happening in Brazil and Colombia. Exactly. And the reason why that's happening is because people know DR is cheap, Colombia is cheap, Brazil, and that's what's driving the real estate market up. People are moving out. You got a lot of people investing in Latin America, and that's what's driving the real estate market up, unfortunately. So for middle class people like ourselves, my advice to you is you find something that you like, I wouldn't hesitate, and I would jump on it right away. Only because in DR, today's prices are not tomorrow's prices. That's just what it is. It's an unregulated market, unfortunately. And, people do what they want. That's just what it is. But my advice to you guys is, wait, hold on. Voice of conscience, before you leave, what is the best hotel in Sosua for a single man in your own opinion? Yeah, there is one hotel that's really inexpensive. Damn, I haven't stayed there in years. What is the name of that hotel? It's gonna come back to me, voice of conscience, and I'll put it in the description. New Garden. It's called New Garden. Voice of conscience. You can have the girls come. It's no regulations, so that would be. That's my advice. I would check that hotel out. James says also exchange rate is not helping. Dollar is much weaker now. Yeah, for facts. It definitely is weaker. So I'm just I'm trying to save as much money as I can, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, should I, with the paint, with the flooring, is it cheaper for me to ship everything to DR or just buy everything there? So that's what I'm focusing on now. I gotta, take some time out, go to Home Depot. They have a Wiseman out here, and just check out prices to see whether or not it'll be feasible for me to buy my materials here and just ship them, or buy them, directly in DR. But there are some things that I am going to purchase here in terms of like light fixtures and stuff like that. I just feel like that stuff is better quality, in DR. And then furniture, of course, bedding and stuff like that. We have better quality bedding and living room furniture and stuff. So, but that's I'm focusing on that last. My main focus now is doing the windows, the bars, flooring. Once that's done, I can lock up my crib, come back, regroup, and then go back, do the flooring, cabinets, tiling for the bathroom, etc., etc. So that's what my plan is, as of now. Voice of conscience, what's cooking, Jay? Are you still in the DR? I thought you were in the Matrix. Nah, I'm back. I'm back home. I'm back home. As you see, I got my ID. I'm at work. You know what I mean? The grind don't stop, guys. The grind don't stop. I'm back. Got to do it all over again when I go back in November. Like I said, my plan is to have those windows and bars up, and door. And that's another thing, guys. For those of you guys who are building or thinking about building, I would recommend, when it comes to your door for your home, I recommend you guys getting a steel door. It's the Dominican Republic. I'm getting a steel door, and I'm not gonna have it open the traditional way. Instead of opening it, like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Instead of opening it like that, it's gonna open the opposite in the opposite direction. That way, God forbid somebody try to break in, they kicking against the force. They'll never get in. They'll never get in. All right. So that's just my advice. I'm doing that with my crib. I want to make sure my crib is, secure. mingling. Santiago has some great furniture stores. Also, actually has furniture stores in Santiago. Yo, I appreciate that. If you can, bro, I'm gonna leave my number 347-740-6350. If you could send me some of those stores on WhatsApp so that when I go back down there, I could check some of those stores out just so that I can price things out. You know what I mean? I just wanna I'm like I said, I'm putting all my ducks in a row, and it's all about saving as much as you can. You know what I mean, when it comes to your construction. Voice of conscience. If I buy a house in the DR to live there, I will never turn it into a rental property or Airbnb. You need to make you home, your paradise, and don't let strangers into your private space. Exactly. And that's why I'm building my crib. I'm not building my crib for somebody else to occupy. This is my first project, you know. Who's to say in the future, you know, I probably buy. I have some other properties in another piece of property in DR, but right now I'm focusing on this property, and you know, later on I plan on doing like a project, you know, a multi-family project, maybe like a six family, and I spoke about that in my previous live about, you know, Airbnbs. Yeah, it's a great thing to do Airbnb, but you got to think about it. If you're not there to manage your Airbnb, that's a cost. That's a monthly cost, and not just that. A lot of people don't realize how much fees you know Airbnb takes out. Let's just say, for instance, you know, you making $500 from a client on an Airbnb. You might own out of that 500, you from Airbnb, you might only see about maybe $340. And then let's not forget, you got to take out the monthly cost of hiring somebody to manage it if you're not there every you know what I'm saying, there on a full-time basis. So all of that, people need to take that in consideration, and that's why I tell people, like, my advice, if you got the money, I would you know, invest in doing multifamily units and cut out Airbnb and I'm selling them. Keep one for yourself. That way you have one and sell the rest, and then you keep monopolizing like that. That's just what I would do. Airbnbs, yeah, it's a great, but it can be a headache at the same time. You know, you got to worry about people messing up your property. That's one thing. Two, you know, like I said, the cost that you got to kick out for Airbnb. Most of and I know a few brothers that have Airbnbs in Dominican Republic, and you know how they make their money. They don't even advertise on Airbnb. They make their money by word of mouth. They cut out Airbnb only because it's just the fees are just the fees are ridiculous. So that's just my advice. So y'all need to really think about, you know, if you're looking to invest in an Airbnb, you need to really think about that. Think hardly, because it's gonna take you some years to recoup that money. You know, you're not gonna recoup that money in a year doing an Airbnb. You're just not. And if you look at the prices of Airbnbs in the Dominican Republic, they're cheaper. They're cheap. You know, you're talking about the most you'll probably pay is, well, depending if you're staying at Casa Linda, you're gonna pay. You know what I mean? But you know, they range, and then also you starting out, you gotta look at the demographics with your competition around you, how much they're charging per night. You got to go lower than them in order to gain that clientele. You know what I mean? So just starting out, it's gonna be a process. You know, so that's just, I'm just shedding light on that. You know, with you guys. Demontre Bennett, do the door in a traditional way and just frame it with metal. Opening it outwards, someone can tie a rope to a car and pull it open. That you're right about that, but what I plan on, I mean, my door, like the moccasin, in order to get in, all of that's gonna be, you know, barred up. Everything was gonna be barred. So you, before you even can get to the front door, you got to get through the gate. You know, the bars. You know what I mean? So, but that's a good idea. I appreciate that, bro. Voice of conscience. Also, it's not funny to let strangers into your home and they will have sex in your own bedroom. That is nasty. It's true. It's true. And then, you know, like my partner's Dominican, straight up. He done schooled me on a lot. You know, the things that we do here in the States, you can't, once you down there full time, you know, you can't do the things that, you know, you do in the States, inviting people to your crib and stuff like that. Nah, you know, the only people that's coming to my house is my friends, you know, from back home and my family. You know what I mean? New friends, I'm good on that, you know, because you can't trust these days. You just can't trust people, you know. So, and that was advised to me. I shouldn't have nobody in my crib other than my family and my close friends. So y'all need to keep that in mind too. That was told to me, and I'm just telling y'all. All right. But guys, I'm gonna end this live only because I'm at work. Y'all stay tuned for my next live. As I said, I'm gonna be going live with another YouTuber. We're gonna be talking about real estate and all of that. Any questions you guys or concerns y'all may have, you know, that'll be the time for y'all to, tune in and shed light. I'll probably do like a I forget what you call it, but an announcement so that people know that I'm gonna be going live. Now that I'm back, back to work, my schedule is kind of crazy, so I'm just trying to figure out when is a good time for me to do it. You know what I mean? But I'll keep you guys abreast, and I dropped my number 347-740-6350. Y'all need to contact me. Y'all can also do that as well. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I get so many people contacting me every day. Every day. I don't even have enough time to, between working and all that. I don't have the time. And honestly, in the beginning, I said to my, my previous videos, oh, yo, I don't charge for consultations and stuff like that. But it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to, only because I get so many people contacting me. You know what I mean? And it's not about the money, it's my time. If that makes sense, guys, it's my time. So I'm not going to do it now, but eventually I'm going to have to, only because I get so many people contacting me on a day-to-day basis, bro. So it's not easy. It's not easy. And when you're charging people for a consultation, it filters people out. You know what I mean? The serious from the non-serious, if that makes sense. But guys, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all don't even understand. Like, y'all the reason why I continue to do this. You know what I mean? Shedding light and helping people fulfill their dreams as well. All right? So if y'all like this video, be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And I'm ending this live, guys. Until next time, peace and love, and I'll see y'all soon. Take care.